Nothing is impossible if you set your mind to it, but a YouTube fitness channel is still a bad or risky idea. What is your target demographic, or what's your target audience? Let's think about how many people exercise or are interested in receiving exercise advice. In 2013, according to CDC, less than 20% of Americans get their recommended amount of exercise, which is only 2.5 hours a week of moderate intensity aerobic exercise, or an hour and 15 minutes of vigorous exercise. So less than 20% of Americans do something the equivalent of a cycling class per week. So, and then of that subset of that 20%, how many of those do you think are interested in weightlifting or bodybuilding or powerlifting or something like that? That's going to be an extremely small niche in the entirety of the 20% of Americans that lift weights. And you can look at the world standards too, but they're not any better. So you're talking to a really small audience. So have you ever tried to convince a family member or friends that they need to exercise? They don't want to hear it. I mean, chances are all your friends think you're really annoying. Just shut up about this exercise thing, okay, man? I just want to watch Netflix, okay? I like my donuts, or I like my ice cream, I like my fries, leave me alone, okay? I work too hard, whatever. They have whatever excuse. They're happy doing with what they're doing. Only until they're ready to change will they be receptive to change. And then they're going to look at your videos. But so like I'll get a peak in viewer in views and watch time, after January, and then it dies down. It happens I've been doing this casually uploading for years, and I just do this for fun. I mean, I make good money. I'm a physical therapist. I just do this for fun. I think it helps motivate me, so that's why I upload. And I like helping people. I'd like to help people in the gym, but even the noobs in the gym, they usually don't give a darn. You give them advice, and he's like, "Oh, I'm just trying to be nice. If you excuse me, like this could be helpful," and they don't care. Another thing is, your videos aren't interesting. My videos aren't that interesting, but I'm at least trying to talk and say something. People upload a 45-second video or a minute video of them exercising for 10 seconds. This is my 1 rep max of 210-pound bench press. Okay, whatever, man. It's you took a minute to make a 10-second clip, if that. And the weight isn't even important. I mean, you can look at extremely strong people, and they don't get any views. Look at George Lehman. He only has 74,000 subscribers, and he was one of the best deadlifters in the world in his day, however many years ago. Was that 5 years ago? And he had even less subs then. But look at Brian Shaw. He's the best strongman in the world. I like him much better than Half Thor, by the way, even though Half Thor just won. But Brian Shaw's the best in the world. He's at 100,000 subscribers. Garrett Blevins, I've subscribed to him. He is one of the best powerlifters. He broke powerlifting total. I think he's at, I don't even know the weight classes, excuse me. He's either 230 or 240 pounds or 220. I have no idea about the weight classes. And excuse me for this video, because this isn't going to help your powerlifting total, you stupid powerlifter elitist. But the reason I'm doing these very small range of motion Z presses from pins is I'm trying to work on my overhead stability. That's why I'm doing those. Just getting used to holding heavier weight, and the upper back tightness and the thoracic tightness required. Upper back and thoracic, the same thing. Excuse me. So anyway, even if you're the best in the world in strength, it's still not interesting. You could upload whatever, bench press, 500 for 5. Nobody cares. But you could upload a bench press of 275. First time I ever did it. Oh my gosh, it's so awesome. That would be more interesting, because you conveyed some kind of emotion. You talked about the work involved and what it means to you. Nobody knows what these weights are, because nobody lifts. Nobody can appreciate how much you're lifting and how hard it is to work Because they can only lift 50 pounds. They can lift a dog food or bag of laundry. That's it. That's the only frame of reference they have. So even if you're the best in the world, strength doesn't matter. It helps, but it's not going to make you a YouTube star. Neither is aesthetics. You know how many aesthetic people there are on Instagram? And having a male, we'll call him a male model with great aesthetics, you're still not interesting. They're a dime a dozen. Men don't like to necessarily look at men. I mean, even though only men watch male bodybuilding, but men are going to more likely subscribe or view or watch attractive women in showing off their body. Go figure, you know. They don't even, you know, if men want to look at women, go figure. I'm sorry if that was hateful and have invaded your safe space by saying that. Yeah, because some men like to look at men too. Don't be prejudiced. In summary, again, aesthetics nor strength are necessarily going to determine your YouTube fitness channel success. What is going to help you be successful is if you're interesting. I'm not saying I'm necessarily the most interesting. I think I'm more interesting than what I convey on YouTube. Unless you watch my Jason Blaha fake mercenary parody. And that's where I show, you know, a bit more of my personality. But what's going to get you views and watch time, and YouTube cares much more about watch time than views. If you get 1 million views, but people only watch it for 1 second, that's not very many minutes of watch time versus if they watched it for 5 minutes. Or if you had a 20-minute video and they watch 70% of it, you'd have a much better watch time. YouTube wants you to just be looking at their content all day so they can get the most amount of advertising. Anyway, what's going to make you interesting is if you tell a story, you're just entertaining, you're funny, or you convey something of meaning. Like, I did this training and it was difficult. Not just like, yeah, I'm just really strong and this is, you know, I just go in and the weights just fly up. You know, I squat 500 pounds for 20 reps and it just flew. I mean, I don't know. You just do it. It's not hard. I mean, this is the first time I ever did this. I never even curled before. You know, I'm curling the world record. I'm curling 260 pounds. You know, whatever. Just did it. It's like, so all these guys are showing their really strong clips. That's more interesting, again, than being really weak. There's plenty of other people like, oh, I did my strict press with 115 pound, 3 sets of 8. I'm going to put a 4-minute unedited video of that. Oh, please, for goodness sake, edit the beginning, trim that beginning and end of the video so you can cut to the meat. I try to do that. And I try to make shorter videos. This is what I consider a longer video. But shorter videos are generally more interesting, and people don't have the attention span to watch more than, a 3-minute video. Again, and you have to be entertaining in order to get that watch time up. If the watch time is really low, the percentage of what's watched in the video is low, then YouTube is going to downgrade or downvote and not recommend your videos to other people. Tip for those ring triceps extensions I was doing: if you raise up and down, you're going to lose tension because your body weight and leverages are changing. If you try to stay in the same positions but move your arms in such a way that you don't really raise up and down as much, you can keep more tension on your triceps and they burn a lot more. So about this ring workout and with weights today, I did all the muscle groups yesterday, and then today with this ring workout, I did them all again. So day before I did deadlifts and the whole upper body, and today I did the upper body again on rings and with weights. I wanted to combine the two just because that's what I wanted. I really wanted to do the iron cross pulls and the overhead press with the max weight for stability. These are some physique progress updates. If physique is used loosely because I'm more of a storage depot for fat right now. Another update will be coming when I lose all the fat, and you'll get to see the full video and the full fatness. Subscribe for